Hi guys, it's Alora. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I wanted to show you guys my current household. I recently put out a community post asking what you guys would like to see on the channel, and the top choice was a current household video, which I'm really excited to show you guys. So it is currently fall in my game and also in real life. I love November. I love cozy fall time. And so I wanted to implement that into my game. And I was thinking to myself, what happens really in the fall? And for me personally, I'm a university student. So fall means, going back to school, but I didn't want to play with a university student just because it's something I always do. So I decided to play with a professor, the professor career that came with the university pack. And that is where Juliet came into being. So this is my sim, Juliet Langton. She is an adjoint professor at Bridechester University. And in my mind, she is like a genius. She was a child prodigy growing up. And so that makes her like really young. So in my mind, she's like 27 and, she's already so high in her career. But it's because she's just a really smart woman. So these are some of her traits. She's an insider. She has a bunch. I've been playing with her for a really long time. She is an insider. She's a cat lover. She's clumsy. She's a vegetarian. She's professional. She's an observant person. She doesn't want any kids at the moment. She's a mentor. I have the basemental mod in my game. So, it has this trait. She's a speedy reader. She has a lot of traits. Juliet has 2 degrees. She has a distinguished degree in art history and a degree in history. And she loves art. She loves the history of art. She loves history overall. But her main focus is in anthropology. So discovering old ruins and ancient artifacts. So that's just her specialty area, So she teaches art history. She teaches history. But her main focus is in ruins and ancient artifacts and stuff like that. But that's Juliet, she's a really simple gal. She's living in this little townhouse. I'll give you guys a little tour. So in here, you have her office. Really small, minimal. She's currently writing a book, and this is where she does most of her work, her grading for classes for her students. Over here you see her and her friend Josh. They are old high school friends, and Josh is also a teacher. He teaches physics, and yeah, they're just besties. And then out here you have her little dining room. She has a couple food out right now because she's gonna host a little dinner later for her friend. And over here we have her kitchen. We do have a cat, Belle. She's a really independent cat. I think she's outside. She's coming in right now, and she's a sweetheart too. She's Juliet's baby. She spoils her. This is outside. Juliet likes to come out here all the time and just read and just enjoy the nice fall air. She has a bike. She bikes to work all the time. Over here she has a little garden, a little side hobby that she likes to do. Over here is her anthropology ruin artifact cleanup station. So she gets sent these vases and old artifacts from different universities, and she cleans them up and just tries to restore them. So once in a while she'll be sent some things from different councils, and she just cleans them up and sends them back. Upstairs she has a few historical documents on the wall, some Greek art that she likes to collect. There's some more over here on this wall, and then this is the main bathroom. This is a guest room that her cousin was actually staying in, Ryan. I'll introduce you guys later, but she was staying in here for the time being. Over here is Juliet's personal bathroom, and this is her bedroom. Really simple and cozy. I love it when it gets dark in here. It's so nice. I'll insert some pictures on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It gets really nice in here. Over here, Juliet actually has some luggage because she's actually going on a professor conference retreat where a bunch of different university people just come and meet and talk about their latest discovery, and then they go on this hiking bonding time experience. So she has packed for that, and I believe it's tomorrow. It's a 2-day weekend retreat. So we have Saturday we're gonna travel and meet the professors at the motel that we're staying at, and then on Sunday we will do the hiking and bonding. So the retreat is actually going to be in 𝘨𝘫𝘢𝘫, that world that came with the jungle pack. So they're going to be able to go meet the locals and understand their culture. And since she is studying anthropology, there's going to be some ruins and some stuff that she'll get to see in person for the first time. So it's just going to be a good business trip / university trip. But it is almost 7, so I'm gonna have Juliet come and take a quick bath and just get ready for her friends to come over. While she's in the bathroom, I'll just take the time to tell you guys about some of her relationships. So of course we have Belle, her spoiled cat. We have Amiki, who is I think just a co-worker from Bridechester. This is Thomas Conley. Thomas is the head of Juliet's department. So what I had in mind for Thomas when I created him, I think he is really jealous of Juliet because she is really smart, and you know, it took him years to finish his PhD, and even though he's at the top of his career, to be someone like Juliet who just finished her PhD at 27 and she's already at the top of her career, he's a little bit intimidated by that. She's just really smart and he's intimidated by that. Juliet applied to Bridechester, you know, she went to school there, she likes the campus and she likes her students, and it's just a little bit hard to go to work sometimes because of Thomas. He makes things difficult for her, but I also think Thomas is crushing on her a little bit. I know it doesn't say it in like their sentiments or anything, but in my mind, he's intimidated by this attractive and smart woman. He just doesn't know how to express that. So that's something we can explore, but for now, you know, they're just co-workers. He's just her boss. So that's Thomas. Nick is a failed date that Juliet had. You know, she focused so much on her PhD program that she didn't really have time to date. And so Nick was one of her first dates after so many years. And, you know, things were going well. They were talking, getting to know each other, but it didn't really lead anywhere. And they have a negative relationship because, you know, he asked to use the bathroom. He went to use the bathroom and he never came out of the bathroom. So she was like, really? He just stood me up like that? I don't know what she said, but he just wasn't feeling her, I guess. So that's that. That's Nick. Next is Ryan. This is Ryan. This is Juliet's cousin. In my mind, she's in her early 20s and she is trying to figure out herself and who she is as a person. Her and Juliet have a really good compatibility, and she asked Juliet a week ago if she could stay with her, just like get some advice, and they have this friendly advice sentiment and adoring sentiment going on. Ryan was seeing how her peers from high school were doing, and you know, she was like, oh my god, what am I gonna do with my life? And so Ryan asked Juliet, and Juliet says, you're really good at art, why don't you just like pursue that? And you know, even if it isn't gonna bring in a lot of income at the moment, it's a start. They just have a really good relationship. Ryan isn't afraid to ask for help, and Juliet's always there for her, and that's them. You know, really, they joke a lot. They're good friends, and you guys will get to see Ryan more when she comes over for dinner later. Next, we have Lawrence. Lawrence was her second date, really bad compatibility. He was a nice guy, nothing wrong with him. He does have children, and Juliet just wasn't ready for that. She's not looking to be a mom at the moment, so it was just a little date, a little fun time together, but that was it, nothing crazy. Now on to probably one of my favorite Sims. I won't say ever, but I love him. I love Josh. Josh is Juliet's high school friend. They did their PhD together. They went to college together. They work in the same university. He teaches physics. You know, they're really good friends. They've known each other for a really long time. But a couple nights ago, Josh asked Juliet out on, I won't say a date. It wasn't a date. It was just like a friendly friend, like, let's catch up. You've been so busy with your new job. We're settling into the department. Let's go grab dinner. Let's talk. They had their dinner. They're laughing like old times. It's great. And, you know, it's getting late. Josh is like, but, you know, the night can't be over. Let's go to the old arcade in town. You know, they're playing around games. Juliet's laughing. And all of a sudden, she gets the sentiment and she's crushing on Josh. And I'm like, what? Because when I created Josh, I wasn't thinking of anything romantic, but it just naturally happened for Juliet. And so just to test around with this a little bit, I had them go out for drinks after class. Juliet got a little bit wasted. I got a little drunk. You know, she's a lightweight, so, you know, 2 drinks and she's drunk. She's like going on and on about how she couldn't have done anything without him and she cares about him. And Josh is like, yeah, I feel the same about you. You know, you're my girl, you know, like you're my bestie, you're my best friend, right? And Josh is clueless. He doesn't think of her like that. Not that I know of right now, but, you know, but she drops some hints. Josh just thinks she was drunk that night. He hasn't thought of it ever since, nothing like that, but we'll see what happens there. But for now, they're just best friends, and Juliet is just crushing a little bit on her bestie. So we'll see what happens there. But that's Josh. And then there's Eleanor. She's just a neighbor. Same with these Sims. Lastly is Olive. This is Juliet's girl. They're also high school friends. They have amazing compatibility. Olive is like the outgoing girl. Juliet is the, more quiet girl. She likes to stay at home. Olive wants to go out. And I think that's what makes them so good together, like good compatibility. Opposites attract. One of their sentiments is deeply connected. They're both deeply connected to each other. They just really care about each other. Olive is also a artist. She didn't really go down the university part. She just fine-tuned her skills and put them to work and made a career out of it. And that's Olive. That's Juliet's girl. But those are all of Juliet's relationships for now. She's still in the bathroom. I have wonderful whims in my game, so that's why I'm not showing in the bathroom, because I don't want anything, inappropriate to come out. But she's in there. She's tidying up. I think she's almost done. Just gonna mop this up and have her come change into this pink outfit for the night. I really love this outfit on her. It is so her style. Her style to me is just like really comfortable, but also classy in a way. But we're gonna head downstairs and get ready for everyone to come over. I'm gonna have her grab some red wine for everyone to enjoy. Oh, her record player is broken. I'm just gonna have it repaired like that. And then we're just gonna call everyone over. So we're gonna call Josh and Ryan and Olive. She's just like, where are you guys? It's 8. You guys are usually here by 7:30. What's going on? But she went really simple with dinner. Nothing crazy. Some stuffed peppers. She's a vegetarian, so nothing with meat. A nice pineapple upside down cake and just some wine. See if anyone's here. Oh yeah, come on in everyone. Just like, hey. Sorry, traffic was terrible coming over. Let's do a nice hug. Good to see you. It's the end of the week, so they have these weekly dinners just to catch up because everyone's so busy. Oh my god, Ryan's face. She's like, hey. Traffic was horrible, but I'm here now. It's like, hey. Oh my god, they're all so tense. That I think maybe they carpooled over together and it was just not a good ride over. It's like, okay, come on in. It's chilly out here. It's like, nice to see you, cuz you look nice. They are like, in my mind, like they're twins. Like, don't they look so much alike? They could be sisters. Let's call everyone to meal and eat. Olive, Josh, and Ryan. Come on guys, dinner's served. What to say? Oh my god. Juliet is trying so hard not to panic. But her crush is right there. Oh Juliet, please. You have known Josh for too long. There is no getting nervous over here. Okay, finally everyone's sitting together. She's just gonna have a deep conversation with her cuz, just like, how is the art going? How is everything? Because this is really like their weekly catch up. She's just telling Olive, like telling her how she's all packed for the trip, but I think she's also gonna gossip about Thomas and how Thomas has just been giving her a hard time at work. Goodness, Belle, get off the table, girl. Oh, she's begging for food. Is there nothing in her food bowl? There is, girl. Come eat over here. You have your own food. I'm gonna have Juliet grab a glass of wine. She's just like, he stresses me out. He's like, make sure you're all packed for the trip and you're not late. So of course I'm not gonna be late. What am I, 5? I'm gonna have her complain. I know she's like talking about the weather, but she's just like complaining about Thomas. Like, I can't. And Ryan's just like, oh my gosh. I also want to ask Ryan how she is doing. I'm not getting the option to though. Oh, there we go. Let's do a meaningful conversation. Ask Ryan how her week is. Are you experimenting with anything? It's like, yeah, it's been hard, but gotta do something, right? Gotta pay the bills. She's like, if you ever want to stay here with me, you can. Compliment her hair. Her hair was a lot longer than this, so she got a little haircut, so she just compliment her on that. Aw, you're so fun to be around. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I hope you feel the same way about me. 100%. Aw. It is getting a little late, so I'm gonna have her clean up, and I think Olive will help put some things away too. No one really got to touch the cake, so we'll put that away. And maybe Olive will grab a glass of wine. Oh my goodness, I feel like Belle is like just wants attention. I'm gonna have Ryan come play with her. let's see, play with laser. Juliet's also gonna just talk to Josh about the trip and, you know, vent about boss. Just like, I can't believe he's actually coming with us on this trip. I did not think he would want to come. I thought he had better things to do on his weekends, but I guess not. And Josh is like, you know, we just gotta deal with the guy for a year. I heard he wants to switch departments, so we just gotta get used to him. I'm so glad we're friends. I get to just rant to you about this all the time. Just gonna have Olive clean up for a little bit. She's like, don't worry, I got it. Juliet, don't worry. You guys keep talking. You made dinner. I'll clean up for you. Josh's face. He's just, isn't he so handsome? Juliet isn't the only one crushing on him. What can I say? She's like, but you know, it's getting really late. The flight's gonna be really early in the morning. So, oh my gosh, since we're family, I'd really like if I could move in with you. What do you think? Aw, Ryan. I think Ryan is really struggling, you guys. And I think she's expressing to Juliet, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to afford rent this month. So can I please just stay with you for a while? Of course, Juliet's going to be like, of course, yes. The more the merrier. You know, you have a whole room upstairs. There's a whole room upstairs for you. So we'll say yes. But I won't control her or anything. I'm just going to make her a house NPC, so I can't really control her. She'll get to do her own thing. I'm gonna send Josh home. Just gonna come over here and give our girl a hug and say thank you for helping clean up. And it's like so good to see you after such a stressful week. It's like, of course, hun, of course. You have a good night. I'll see you next Monday. But Josh is heading out too. She's like, later, see you tomorrow. Look at Belle. Even Belle's ready for bed. Juliet's feeling peaceful, emotional release from getting to chat with all her friends. Really nice. But we are going to head upstairs, head to bed, change into our PJs, and grab some sleep because she has to leave really early tomorrow. So we are here at the villa. This is where all the professors will be staying for the weekend. I also want to mention that I'm playing in the Rat Boy save file number 2, the latest version. So this is one of the villas, one of the rental that they have created. And all I really did was just add the little car out front. So but let's get into it. Let's meet everyone. So Juliet is all ready for the heat. I changed her outfit into something a lot warmer. But let me introduce you guys to the crew. So we have Josh on the trip. We also have Thomas, who is Juliet's boss. He's just up here playing some chess. And then this is Marlene. Marlene is a tenured professor at another university, and Thomas was the one that invited her along. She's a little bit older, so you know, she's a lot more knowledgeable than the rest of the group. I see her as being like in her 50s. And that's her. She's so pretty. And this is Malachi. I really like him, you guys. He is one of Thomas's friends. He's known Thomas for a long time. They went to college together. So he's around the same age as Thomas, and he is the head of his department at, I think, Roxbury, the other university that came with the university pack. And he's really nice, you guys. I feel like him and Juliet are the same type of people. You know, they focus so much on their education that they didn't really have time to date. And so now, you know, he's successful and now he's really going to be branching out, and I think maybe form something with Juliet over the course of this vacation. But I think he is just saying hi to everyone and introducing himself. He is a really nice guy, and I think he just admires all the talent that's on this vacation. But I want him to come over here and say hi to Juliet, because him and Thomas hang out all the time. I think Thomas was just like, yeah, you know, there's this new professor in our department, and you know, she'll be on the trip. You know, it'd be nice to say hi to her. I think Juliet's just gonna give him a handshake and say, oh my gosh, nice to meet you. She's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. She's still a little hungover, but she's just like, so nice to meet you. I also think Malachi just heard so much good things about her from Thomas that he took the time to like read her PhD thesis, and he was really impressed by the work that she was doing. And so he's just like, your thesis was awesome. I read it in a day. I know it was like, you know, so much pages, but I was really impressed by it, and it's so good to finally meet you in person. And she's just like, oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my god, that means a lot coming from someone like you, you know. But today is really just about getting to know everyone and, you know, settling in. I'll give you guys a little tour of the villa. Really simple. I think it's really cute. I'm just gonna assign everyone their beds. So I think Thomas and Malachi will share a room. So Malachi, Josh, and Thomas. And so the boys will be in a room, and over here will be Juliet's room, and downstairs is where Marlene will be staying. There's also these rooms over here, but we don't have that much people, so I think they'll just be staying in the main house. Look at him. He's just so, isn't he so handsome? He's smart. He's such a good worker. I feel like she's just gonna come over here and just like talk to him. She's feeling good. She liked being complimented. Someone just told Juliet something really nice. A genuine compliment like that can make any sim feel like a rock star. Already he has made a really good impression on her. I would have her join him in grading homework, but she's done, and I don't want to interrupt him, so to give him his space, she's just gonna go, settle into her room and put her stuff down. But she's just like admiring the space and the culture of everything. She's like super excited to be here. It's like surreal. She didn't have the time to travel while in college, so this is a really nice experience. So let's go here. Josh is already in her bedroom watching TV. So she's just gonna put her bags down. Marlene's coming in as well. Just gonna put our bags over here and settle in. Marlene is in here. Gonna talk about cooking. She's like, I'm so excited to eat some of the food here. I was looking at things on the plane and the dishes look so yummy. We're gonna express our admiration. Juliet's just like, it's so cool to be in the same room as someone older who is in her field and who's successful at it. And she's like, I hope to learn more from you on this trip. She's just getting to know her a little bit more. So Josh is just out here playing some chess. Malachi is still downstairs grading some work. Where's Thomas? Thomas has a journal. Oh my god, of course he's solving math problems. But he has a personal journal. That's so cute. We love some self-reflection. How about you reflect on being kinder to your coworkers and not be so jealous? Just saying. But Juliet's feeling so good. She's just so happy to be here. She's so confident. She's just like, oh my god, today might be really, really fun. She got a text from getting a text from a bro. Bros always have the energy. Maybe Ryan texted her and I didn't see. She's just like catching up. You know what? While we're at it, we'll call her and say, hey, we're here and I'm safe. It was a safe travel. Everyone is so nice. Thomas is actually on his best behavior right now. Haven't seen much of him since we've arrived. And there's this like really nice professor named Malachi, and he read my thesis. Like, what? My thesis? And he's really handsome. I think he's really cute. And Ryan is just like, oh my god, send pics, take some pictures. I would love to see what he looks like. Juliet's like, for sure, you will definitely be getting pictures. Malachi just finished up with his grading, so I think it's time we head on into town and see some things, do a little bit of exploring. Malachi and Josh are ahead of everyone. Juliet's still behind. It's like, wow, it's so pretty. All these exotic plants, so gorgeous. She's like, whoa guys, it's so nice out here. Josh is already grabbing some order food from the secret menu. Ooh, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce these because I'm gonna butcher them, but this one looks really fulfilling, so we'll grab that one. Thank you so much. It looks good. Oh no, it has meat. I did not realize. No, don't eat it. I am so sorry, Juliet. Don't eat it, honey. Oh no, tainted with meat. I am so sorry. Oh my goodness. I completely forgot she's a vegetarian. Let me find something. So we got a few vegetarian options. I think I'm gonna go with this one. I feel so bad. I always forget when I make certain Sims vegetarians, and I think Josh is gonna eat. He's like, you know what? I'll take it. I think Thomas is just so happy today. He's just like gonna say something nice to Juliet, probably the nicest thing he's said to her all week. Compliment her manners, just like, Malachi is telling me good things about you, so you must have made a good impression. She's just like, oh, yeah, I guess I have. He's really nice. She's like, what in the world? So nice all of a sudden. I don't know what they would be saying to each other. I think it's just so awkward. Like, what in the, you're so nice all of a sudden? We're gonna come over here and look at all of the cultural things we can get. Oh my gosh. Cheese. We've got some dolls. Juliet's gonna actually purchase some of these. Malachi is so cute. Look at him over here chatting with the natives and just making friends. I'm telling you, he's such a social person, just like so sweet. But he's so friendly. He's so sweet. Maybe he's even thinking about buying this. This looks really cool. Stone lotus. He's like, whatever price you want to sell it for, I'll take it. It looks amazing. Juliet's also talking to some natives. We'll say hello. Oh my gosh, is he flirting with her? She's just gonna, we love your culture so much. We are planning on visiting your local museum and writing a book about your ruins and overall culture. And he's just like, oh wow, well I hope you enjoy your trip. You know, we have a lot to offer here in our small country. And then, oh, they're looking at this statue over here. Like, oh, let's go show our respect. I want to see what that's like. It's like, nice to meet you, bye. Wow, what does showing our respect mean? Oh wow, I've never seen that before. Maybe it's like Mother Mary kind of symbol of that. This is another tourist. Just like, wow, where are you guys from? Small town. We're professors here on a business trip. I think Malachi is gonna come over here and share his brilliant ideas to Juliet and just say, you know, actually this is a really famous figure in their culture. And she's like, wow, I've never seen it in person before. It looks really cool. He's just going on and on about their culture, and you know, you have to pay maybe some offering to her for good luck, stuff like that. She's like, wow. She's like, that's really cool. I want to know what he thinks of her, so I want to go into the profile. He thinks she is very attractive. Juliet appreciates that Malachi makes time for her. Time spent together seems to bring them closer together. That is so cute. So he's like taking the time to explain things to her because, you know, he knows more. Even though she is smart, you know, he still has a lot more experience than she does. And I think she really appreciates that he's taking the time to talk to her about the history of this culture. I'm going to have her and Josh take a picture together. Send one to Ryan, you know. They're so cute. Ryan's going to be so jealous when she sees these. She wishes she was us right now. I'm gonna come over here and maybe take some pictures of these, like the plants and everything. So nice. All the exotic plants, and just so beautiful here. The mountains. Oh, it's so beautiful. There's also these fishing spots down here, which will be cool to come and explore. So let's... Juliet, how are you? We need to catch up. Who is this? I don't know who that was, but... Let's have the group come over here and just maybe take up some fishing together. Wow, just look at the waterfall. I have not played in this world like in so long, so everything feels like I'm seeing it for the first time. That is gorgeous. That is just so pretty. This is nice. Let me go to her perspective. Oh, this is Malachi's perspective. Really nice. Such a nice day. Maybe he's looking down at Juliet and he's just like, wow. She's so cool. Well, let's switch to Juliet's perspective. It's so weird. Like, Thomas is being so weird today. He's being nice. Like, you chose to come next to me and not your friend down there. Like, what's going on, buddy? All of a sudden you're being weird. I feel like that's what Juliet's thinking. And Thomas is like, wow, I've never seen her outside of work before. She's like so relaxed and still beautiful. He is, I swear he's crushing on her. He doesn't know how to talk to women, I swear. Marlene is so cute. I love how she's in her little dress. She's like, yeah, I don't do pants. I think we'll finish fishing around 7. Has she caught anything? Maybe we can, if anyone catches anything, we can grill it tonight. Whoa! Oh my goodness, that's huge. Let me see. Oh my goodness. We got a large fish. Good for you, Juliet. And oh my god, of course Malachi got 2 already. He is just, I love him. I'm in love with him. If Juliet doesn't want him, then I'll take him off your hands, sweetheart. But it's 7. I'm gonna have everyone stop fishing. Oh, even Thomas got 2. Oh my gosh, he got 3 large. Oh my god, he's totally like showing, look at him. He's like, yeah, I did that. Everyone's gonna head back to the villa. The sun is setting. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna have Thomas come and light up the fireplace and just relax. Gonna have Juliet come upstairs and take a quick bath. Arlene and Malachi are playing some chess together. Juliet's all changed for the night, and I think she's gonna come downstairs and just sit in the fireplace near the fire. I'm gonna have him take a quick shower. But while Juliet's out here, I think she's gonna, call Olive and tell her about her day and, about this handsome man that happens to be an intelligent professor. So Malachi's done with his shower, so I'm gonna have him come downstairs and join Juliet in the backyard. She's just gonna say, hey, today was nice, wasn't it? It was really nice to go explore everything. I've never been near this part of the world before, so it's so incredible to see it in person and not just in a textbook. And he's like, yeah, I've been here a couple times and it gets better every single year. Let's discuss ancient history. They can bond over it. But he scooted over, and I feel like that's an invitation for her to just come sit next to him closer. And, just as she's about to sit down, of course, Thomas comes out of nowhere. Why is he like this? Look at his face. He knows exactly what he's doing. I feel like he was watching them from the balcony or something, and he heard them talking out here, and he just took himself down here just to ruin their fun. Just as she's about to sit next to this man, he's just gonna cut into their conversation and just gonna propose a crazy scheme, just like, hey, how about a ghost story, or something like that. He's such a fibber. Like, well, get out of here. Like, Thomas is really trying to ruin these two being a couple. Like, I think he knows Malachi is digging her, and he's doing everything to not make that happen. I think she feels a little bit awkward now, and she's just like, I think I'm gonna head inside, you guys. And of course she almost trips, and Malachi's like, yeah, have a good night. Like, really, Thomas? Really? We were trying to get them to know each other more. How could you? But she does have to use the bathroom, so I'll have her go right here. I think Thomas is gonna like question Malachi what he thinks of Juliet. So he's just like, what do you, she's cool in person, isn't she? Let me see and he's like, yeah, I like her. She's pretty cool. I think she's a smart girl. I'm excited to see what we dig up tomorrow, together. She's pretty awesome. And I think Malachi is just like, man, I'm gonna hit the hay early tonight. I'm gonna head inside. I swear Thomas is so toxic. Like, look at what he wants to do. He wants to rile up a sim. And I think that's what he was trying to do with Juliet. I think he was trying to like make her mad. He saw them getting along with each other, and he just had to come outside and make it really awkward for her. But she's sitting in here, and he's just like, hey, you're still awake? And she's just like, yeah, I just needed to use the bathroom. I was actually gonna head up. And he's just like, you excited for tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, I hear this museum is like the only one left in the world. He's just like, you're gonna be so impressed by what you see. There's some really cool stuff at that museum. She's like, yeah, I've seen the pictures online, but I'm sure in person it's gonna be surreal. But I feel like these two could go on and like all night and not even like realize the time, and like they're just enjoying their company, the meaningful conversation. Let's talk about her life choices. Like, he's just like, how did you even get into archaeology? And she's just like, oh, actually my dad was an archaeologist, and he used to bring home a lot of cool things, and I just followed in his footsteps, and I've been obsessed ever since. And she's like, what about you? And he's like, took a course in college and I wanted to keep going. I just think they're enjoying each other's company so much. And I think he's gonna say, hey, do you wanna go cloud gazing outside? I hear it's really pretty here at night. And she's like, oh yeah, sure. Let's go see what it's like out there. I can't get them any closer together, but they're just admiring the stars together. I feel like he's just like telling her stories about like his first trip here. Juliet's just like, wow, it's really pretty out here. But it is getting late, so it's 2 a.m. Like, they've just been enjoying each other's company, and she's thinking about Belle. But he's just like, I'm sorry to keep you so late. This is just one of my favorite places to talk about. And she's like, no, you're totally cool. I enjoyed this. They're gonna head up to bed. I think he's just gonna walk her to her room and wish her good night. Juliet's just gonna express her admiration and just say thank you, thank you for the history talk, thank you for making me feel so welcome and so comfortable here. And he's just like, of course, I will see you tomorrow. And she's like, yep, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and they just became good friends. Oh, I love it. And he's gonna hop into bed. He's just like, good night. And he's like, good night. I'm actually gonna have her relax before Juliet heads on to bed. I think she's just gonna shoot Olive another message and just say, say, like, he is so nice. Like, he doesn't need to be this nice, and he's so sweet. And, you know, she's just going on. And Ollie was like, girl, it is 3 a.m. there. What are you doing up? And she's like, we've been talking all night. She's like, no way. I just love them. I'm shipping them. I hope they end up together, but she's just gonna head to bed now. So tomorrow's the last day here, and we're supposed to go to the museum. And I think later in the night we will go salsa dancing and go to a bar and just hang out with each other. A good way to just end this nice trip. So it's almost 7 in the morning, and I switched over to Josh's perspective, and look at one of his whims, guys. He wants to ask Juliet to be his girlfriend. He has feelings for her. Why are my Sims doing this to me? Like, look at him. He's up so early. He's like waiting for her to wake up. I'm shocked right now. Josh is gonna have to make sure his feelings are known. I don't know, man. That's crazy. But Juliet's gonna get up now. She has no idea he's feeling like this. You know, she thought this was all in her head. Does she still have a crush on him? I don't... Oh, she does not have a crush on him anymore. Oh my goodness. Oh no, this is bad news for Josh. I thought this was good news for Juliet because I thought Juliet still had a crush on him, but I think she's over him. That's crazy because, you know, they just switched emotions. She was liking him, and now he likes her, and she doesn't feel that way anymore. So, oh my goodness. He's like, good morning. How was your sleep? She's like, yeah, it was good. Were you waiting for me? He's like, yeah, I was actually. But she's gonna take her shower and brush her teeth and use the restroom. And Malachi is sleeping in, but he's fully rested. So he's gonna use the bathroom and brush his teeth. And I think he's gonna, you know, just to make good impressions, he's gonna make some breakfast for everyone. But we have to remember that Juliet's a vegetarian, so we'll do some avocado toast. So Juliet's all ready, and she is going to head downstairs as well. And Malachi is cooking up breakfast, and she is just gonna walk in and be like, oh my gosh, what smells so good? It smells really good in here. And Josh is like, whoa man, didn't know you could cook. And I think Josh was gonna cook also, but now he can't. So, you know, Malachi's looking real nice. And Malachi's like, yeah, just wanted to treat you guys. Don't worry, almost done. Josh is just like, are you excited for today? She's like, yeah, I'm really, really excited to see what's going to be around. And he's like, you better not break anything. And she's like, haha, really funny. It's all ready, you guys. You can come eat. And he's just like, Juliet, I know you're a vegetarian, so I made sure not to cook anything with meat. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. So they're just having their morning breakfast together. Malachi is just gonna say, what do you think? And she's like, oh, it was really, really good. You make it better than I make it at home. And he's like, you're just flattering me. She's like, no, I'm serious. That was really, really nice. I think Josh is like overhearing them talking, and he's just like, does he like her? Is he flirting with her? Like, what? I think Josh is picking up like Malachi might feel something for Juliet, because, you know, they have been talking to each other. Like, look at her, she's laughing, and like, what could possibly be so funny? And of course Thomas is over here just minding his business, which he should be, because he's been causing too much trouble. Like, they are just chatting it up over here. Malachi is just like, all right guys, it's almost 11, we gotta get going. We are here at the Museum of Archaeology, and it's a really small museum. We're gonna come in and view everything, and Juliet's just in awe. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm actually here. And look at her, she's getting so inspired. She's like, oh my gosh, I feel so fulfilled. Like, my dad used to tell me about these things, and now I'm seeing them in person. And so she's gonna whip out her phone and of course take pictures. This is a surreal moment for her. She's just like, this is amazing. And of course, you know, gotta snap a picture of Malachi. He just happened to be there, so, you know, he was in the way. We had to take the picture, but he was just in the way. he's like, what do you think? And she's like, this is so cool. Like, I've read about this so many times, and just actually see it in person is incredible. He's like, you want to go see something even cooler? And she's like, what? Like, what could be cooler than this? She's like, oh my gosh, what could possibly be so cool? And he's just like, look, behold. And she's just like, whoa, oh my goodness. And he's just like, what do you think? She's like, this is beautiful. He's just showing her around, and she's just like, this is so cool. Like, this is the real deal. And he's like, yeah, look at those inscriptions over here. And you know, they're just going on and on about the history of all the statues and everything. And And he's just like, this pool of water has been here for thousands of years. And whatever those cool history folks talk about. Let's see if we can dig up some old treasure or something. And he's just like, you gotta be really careful, you know. And she's gonna take a picture, of course. Like, wow, he is digging up actual ruins. And she's like so impressed. And he's like, go ahead, now it's your turn. And she's like, really? I think she's gonna say, let's just do it together. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I wonder what they're gonna find. Oh my gosh, so they got an artifact shaped dirt clump. So they found an artifact. Let's uncover. And I guess they can just keep digging and they can find so many. Did he find anything? No, just her. And he's just like, whoa, look at you. You've got something. I think we need to go back to our station and to uncover it. So let's keep digging and see if we find any more. Oh, but he's having a good time. Can you dig it? Ooh, she found something else. And I think he's just gonna tell her, I think we're good for today. I think we found some pretty cool things. And she's like, I can't believe I'm getting actual hands-on experience. Like, look at her. But they're walking into the center of town to grab some food. She's just like, this is so well needed. Today was a busy day. They're having their lunch. And I think he's just telling her like how lucky she is to have found so many artifacts today. Because he got nothing. He's like, you're better than me. I think she's just gonna flatter him and say, thank you for being my mentor today. And it was just really fun to be around him, you know. And he's like, oh, anytime, you know. I'm glad you had a good time. Just brighten his day and say, you know, you really are a good teacher. And he's just like, you know, maybe I should be a professor since I'm such a good teacher. And she's like, haha, very funny. So I think we are going to head back to the lodge and get ready for a night out. Josh is over here cooking some lunch. In my mind, I think he's like really annoyed right now because he came on this trip. You know, it's not really his trip. He's in the physics department. And he just came on this trip to, you know, spend some time with his best friends. And she just spent the whole day, like, you know, the whole day with this new professor. Like, what? So I think he's a little bit annoyed. And he's going to try to call everyone to a meal. And I think Juliet's going to be like, oh, you know, we already ate. And he's going to get a little bit annoyed by that. So everyone's eating and Juliet's like, you know, I'm not really hungry. Me and Malachi ate lunch together already. He's like, what? She had lunch already with him? I think he's just like in his feelings, and now his whim for wanting to be like together with her is like not there anymore. I think he's just a little bit hurt. So he's just gonna clean up and he's like, I don't even want to go to the dance tonight, you know? And Juliet like actually doesn't even notice, you know? She's just like having a really good time. Like Thomas is actually talking to her and she's just having a really good day. Oh my gosh, Malachi is like disappointed at Thomas for, I think Thomas just like said something rude, and Thomas is a little bit embarrassed by being called out. Like, isn't that crazy? They've known each other for like 2 days now, and he's already standing up to his friend of like so many years for this girl. Like, guys, I think he's gonna be like, you know what, I'm just gonna put everything away. Like, grow up, man. Like, why are you picking on her, you know? And he's embarrassed. Like, he's just like, you spent all day with him. Like, you think you're now like his best friend or something like that. And she's like, you're ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna go inside. It's just crazy. I think he's a little jealous too. He's like just disappeared during the whole trip and they just show back up now. It's like, it's nighttime now. Like, what were they doing together all day, you know? And so I think that's what he called Juliet out on. Malachi is just like, dude, I was just showing her the ruins and the artifacts and we went digging, you know? She's young. I know more about everything. I was just teaching her. And so now he doesn't even want to like go out tonight. So he's probably going to stay in. And sweet Marlene is just like, she is just hearing all the gossip and she's like, you know what? I'm just going to go for a little walk. And I think Malachi is just going to come over here and say, you know, listen, I'm sorry about him. And she's like, hey, I'm used to it, you know? She's like, it's fine. He's like, he shouldn't talk to you like that. She's like, don't worry, I'm good. But he's like, it's 10, you know, they're gonna start the night at the bar. You still want to head out? And she's like, of course, let me go change. So we are here at the local bar and it is such a beautiful night. There's butterflies. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. And I think we're gonna order some drinks. Juliet just got her drink, and what is it? I don't even know what it is, but it's such a lively bar. You know, they're talking to everyone, they're talking to the locals, and he is loving the Latin pop that's playing right now. And so he might even ask Juliet to dance after. He might ask Juliet to dance after this drink, and she's gonna actually order another one. The drink Juliet had went right through her, so she is just gonna use the bathroom. Malachi's ordering another drink, and Juliet's gonna head back over. I think he's gonna try to convince her to dance, and she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm the worst dancer. He's like, no, I got you, I promise. She just finished her drink, so he's gonna convince her to do some salsa together. Oh my goodness. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is so fast. He's like, look, you got it. Talking about you can't dance. Just follow my lead type of thing. Oh. And she's like, wow. Oh, just look at them. They are having a time. And so he's just like, look at that. See, I knew you had it in you. And so I think he's gonna do a little sweet talking and, oh my goodness. That's insane. Oh, wow. Oh my goodness. They are too cute. Oh my gosh. He's like, look at you. I knew you had it in you. She's like, yeah, I guess I did. And I think he's just gonna say like, wow. He's gonna say, wow, and you look really good tonight. That dress is really perfect on you. She's like, oh, thanks, Malachi. He's like, I got this from outside. And she's like, wow. He's like, it matches your dress. Oh, so cute. And he's just gonna keep going. He's just, and he's like, hey, how about we step outside? So they've stepped outside, and guys, look at her moodlet, just sad, seemingly no good reason whatsoever. I think she's just sad that they're gonna leave. This is their last day together, and she's sad about it. Like, oh, she's had such a fun night. She, from dancing, she nailed it. She's feeling so good, but deep down she knows this is gonna have to end. Hope you guys enjoyed that little montage. I had to make this happen. They're too cute. I love them so much together. But it is 5 a.m., almost 6 a.m. and these two are just too cute. I think Malachi really assured her this doesn't have to be a one-time thing. You're a smart woman. I care about you, and something can happen between us, I think that's where I'm gonna leave it, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know if you would like another update between these two and, just Juliet's life overall. But I really enjoyed making this. I am a sucker for romance, and so I'm just happy you guys stuck along with me, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.